Hi, welcome to Truth with Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 102 coming at you tonight. Recap of round 2 NBA playoffs. Looking forward to the NBA conference finals and a villain draft post 2000. Fans have been asking about those.
They've been asking. Now, really quickly, before we get into the off-tops, just you can tell the people what you wrote down. We might as well do this because that's why I'm giggly already.
Sure. Isaac normally writes notes, no ear rape, clear your throat over there, that kind of stuff. So I just wrote myself a couple of notes, noise, and then I put an arrow. So if I have to clear my throat, I'm just going to, if you're watching on tape, I'm just going to go way off to the side. And also, if I'm going to fart, I should do it quietly. But Isaac also presented another alternative.
Don't fart.
I could not fart.
Also a good option.
Also a good option.
Yep, so let's try to get 40 minutes with no farts, Dad. That's going to be our goal for tonight.
Let's go.
Let's see if we can
we all need goals in life. They're important.
Yep. Okay, off the tops, go ahead.
Thanks, Al, for the last show. Really good guest host.
There's my guy.
We have winners for the prizes. We have 3 winners.
Okay.
Doran, Uncarino, and Tom Linnell.
3 great candidates.
3 great candidates.
We'll figure
Big
that stuff
supporters
out.
of the show. Yeah, we'll get that. We'll have to do some separate, we probably need to alert the media and do a press conference to give them some.
I'll send out a news release. We'll take care of it.
Good.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be funny to send out.
No, I'm not. I was a joke. Now keep going with
not a
off
bad
the tops.
idea.
Talk about hockey.
But our draft, Wings didn't get them, so I don't care.
Okay.
Sorry, Leafs. Sorry, Oilers. NHL. Last night's Game 6, 10 p.m. started on a Sunday. Big L.
Yeah, Big L. Sucks to see both the Leafs and Oilers. Now I don't think I'll watch unless it goes to a 6 or 7. I will watch games.
7-game overtime we might watch, but
yeah,
I'm not.
Very disappointed. Actually kind of shocked, respectfully. And I'm not very smart at hockey, but I know I just looked at the Vegas odds and the top 2 teams were Edmonton and Toronto, and they're both out. So that's surprising.
Ahead of Boston?
No, I was after Boston got bounced.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's very upsetting, but it's okay. That's why we are going to be talking about basketball today, respectfully.
Yep. A little bit of John Morant. I have another job for Isaac Judner. He needs a cooler. He needs somebody who is a good guy to hang with them, is enjoyable, can maybe help with some social media stuff, maybe even help with a couple of financial decisions. But also, if he's getting into trouble, you can say, dude, put the gun away. Or, buddy, maybe don't put this on Instagram Live.
So I'll explain really quickly. John Morant, awesome basketball player, young American star, blah, blah, blah. Got in a bunch of trouble for just kind of doing stupid stuff, gun stuff, strip club stuff, whatever. Got in trouble again for hoisting a pretty big gun on Instagram Live that his buddy tried to wrap up. It didn't work. So he is suspended indefinitely. Smart people think he will be suspended for
a good chunk of the season.
20 plus, maybe half the years. No one has any idea. What did I write down? I said he couldn't even get through 1 round. So he got bounced first round. We're not even done the second round when this happened, just finishing the second round. And he's already getting in trouble. Very upsetting. I do not look forward to the next 3 months reading about Ja.
I know. And so talented. Zion can't stay healthy, and Ja can't stop holding guns.
Okay, Zion didn't need to get strays there, respectfully. Catching strays is unnecessary damage that you just gave Zion. He didn't need that, okay? Zion's my guy. Ja, look, I wrote this down. He may want to be this instead of NBA superstar. Do you know what I mean? He may just want to be the cool guy with the gun, whatever, instead of being the man in the NBA. That might be what he wants. And it's unfortunate, and most people don't want that for him. But whatever, it's very upsetting. No more Ja talk.
If Dennis Rodman can figure it out, Ja can.
Sure. Yeah,
Yep.
I wasn't around during that time.
Yep. NBA, so we're recording Monday night. NBA draft lottery is about 24 hours from now. Obviously, that is franchise changing.
It's life changing. It's
all we're going to talk about it tonight. Nothing more. Okay?
Yeah. That's it. No.
No, nothing more?
No, just look up the draft lot. It's a big deal. It's very important to
Everybody's got to wear green underwear tomorrow.
Why green?
Lucky.
Okay. Well, the Celtics are also green, but that's
that's true. Not good. But they're not in the lottery, so it's okay.
No, so just a very, we will talk about the lottery maybe a lot, maybe not a lot, depending on how the Pistons luck draws.
True that.
What else do you have?
That's it. We're jumping to the NBA playoffs, round 2.
Okay, I got something before we jump in. So I did go to New York for a week. I think it's probably worth talking about a little bit.
You know what? I agree. I had it listed, but then I took it off.
Yeah. So really briefly, I'll just say a couple things. This is easy if you just ask me a couple questions. We have not prepped this at all, but just ask me and then I can go. So I'll just real quick. We saw UFC in New Jersey. Awesome. A lot of friends. So much fun. Saw Mets game. Saw Yankees game. New Yorkers. like 99% of them were awesome, and we made very good friends with a lot
Most
of them.
interesting person that you met in New York?
Do we have to exchange words with them?
Yes.
Most interesting?
Well,
Like
UFC
Jamal Hill, light heavyweight champ of the world. Jamal Hill, who we met, who's our guy. He was
With
very
your buddies
interesting.
from Ecuador.
Ecuador, lots of nice Ecuador friends at the UFC. Ecuadorian friends. So many new friends. Respect to Cousin Noah and Braden for coming. Any other quick questions?
What was the best food you had?
99-cent pizza at like 3 a.m. a couple times. Like that was our go-to.
Yeah, to be clear, is everybody who listens to this show come from the fact that you guys were at 3 a.m. getting pizza?
Okay, well, this power was out at the subway station, so I told you this.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with that, but
Yeah.
there might be some other listeners.
That brings us to another off the top. Happy Mother's Day. This episode is dedicated to the mothers.
Okay. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. We have at least 4 or 5 that regularly listen to the show.
Realistically, that's very accurate, I think.
Sonia listens to the show pretty regularly.
Okay.
Aunt Mary, for sure she's a regular.
Not my mom.
No, not
Your
so
mom
much.
sometimes.
My granny
every now
a
and then
little
tunes
bit.
in. Respect to Granny for that.
Who else do we have?
There's a couple others, but not a ton, respectfully.
No, probably not our target market, but
Okay, any more New York questions?
would you go back?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Like we are New Yorkers. It took like 18 hours for us to figure out how the subway station works. And once we figured it out, we were given directions to foreigners asking us. Like it worked out. You
It's
dress
an
like a
amazing
local.
city.
Put a Yankees hat on and you think they're from New York, right?
Everybody
Like, it works
wears
out.
Yankee stuff.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay, if the fans have any questions, we'll do more on it. I can talk about it for an hour and a half.
Are you now an expert in New York?
I'm
So
an
mom
expert.
used to be the expert, and now you're the expert.
Okay, but like we had different experiences, right? Like she saw Broadway, I saw dudes beat each other up, and like I watched real life dudes beat each other up. In addition to you, right? We saw so much, so lots of good stories. Just respect to New York for having us.
Cool.
So much fun, so
Okay,
good.
Thanks, New York.
Thanks, New York. Okay, NBA.
NBA playoffs. So round 2, pretty interesting. More upsets. Isaac's going to kind of do a summary of the Eastern Conference games, and I'm going to hit up the Western Conference games.
Don't say that.
And my list is bumping.
First of all, there's no list. Second of all, it's not. It's bumping.
list.
Bumping is not accurate there. Okay, so not bumping.
No?
Go through. Or do you want me to start with the East or West? Or how
Yeah,
should we-
East.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to say, I watched way more of these 10 p.m. Western Conference games, so I have no idea why he's going to talk about Jokic pin down screens.
It's a good point.
We're going to let
It's a
him.
good point.
So we'll start with Celtics Sixers here. Respect to Tatum for stat padding his way to a sus 51 points. Jokes aside, it was a very incredible offensive performance, and then from like the 33rd point to the end of the game.
Does
was
Philly
all-
know that they played yesterday, or they just thought that was like a
we'll get into it. Let me wrap up my Tatum thing.
Okay.
Like he played great, obviously an excellent offensive player, but like not half of his points, but probably 40% were when the game was decided. Just putting that out there. Philly looked dead as soon as the second half started. Also putting that out there. So Embiid, we'll talk about Game 6 very briefly. Embiid, MVP of the league. He had no touches in the final 4 minutes of Game 6 at home. And watching this, it was just like, why is Embiid?
We couldn't understand it.
Didn't know if something, like obviously he always looks tired because he's 7'1" in a tank. He's always tired. Like he looks tired 3 minutes into the game. But get him the rock. Whose fault is that? Let's go through. It's Joel Embiid's fault. It's James Harden's fault. It's Doc Rivers' fault.
Maxey's fault.
Maxey's. It's everybody's fault.
Everybody on the team.
Everybody except like Furkan Korkmaz, my guy who didn't play. Other than that, it was brutal.
Freaking Korkmaz, is that Turkish Delight?
Turkish Delight who requested a trade.
Great nickname.
And everyone's like, bro, request a trade, gets 2 minutes a game. Okay, regardless. Now I'll do a Doc Rivers bit here. Look, so Doc Rivers, very good chance he gets fired or they part ways or whatever it is. A lot of people are going to blame him. Obviously I don't think he's the best of coaches, especially in like these Game 6, Game 7s. Record isn't great. Is he the one who shot 8 for 29, 9 turnovers, and totaled 24 points?
No, that was the current MVP and the former MVP. Those two
Correct.
guys.
So those when your big two are producing that in a Game 7,
you
you're
know
not
what?
going to win.
Embiid like threw shade to the rest of his teammates. He basically said, "We can't do it all. 2 players can't do it all."
So I watched the presser. It was bad, but it wasn't terrible. Like
I didn't watch it all, obviously. I just
Before
watched
that,
clip.
he went through a very long, kind of weird answer, and then he's like, "Me and James can't do it all. I can't do it all." It's like, all right, dude. No, I wouldn't love that, but it's I don't want to overanalyze that because I do think Embiid is a very good dude. Al Horford, quick shout out to Al Horford. He's turning 37 in like 2 weeks. He locked down Embiid and double teams. They just blitz doubles at him all series, especially in
4
7.
years ago, you had to trade him away and a draft pick in order to get him off your roster.
Horford. Yeah, like if you said like 6 years ago, when he was still good, probably in Atlanta at this time, and you're like, yeah, like Horford, like he's going to be a really good defender in a bunch of years. It's like, what? He was always an okay defender, but like he was locking down Embiid with the help of obviously Smart and
blocking
Tatum.
Embiid plus like some one-on-one. It was awesome.
A lot of it was one-on-one. Briefly, we'll talk about Harden here. So he was just straight up afraid to shoot down the stretch. I don't know what was he, 4 for 11 maybe, like 3 for 11. He was something like that.
I don't know.
Afraid to shoot. I don't know if it's an effort thing. I don't know if it's a skill thing. I think it's a bit of both. You got to move on. I don't see Harden playing for Philly next year. A little early for that. I get it. But like Harden, go suck in Houston. I don't care. If you thought Harden,
we want you to go suck in Houston because nobody's going to pay any attention to you.
No, except like every now and then I'll tune in and look at the box score and be like, that's hilarious. Look, like I'm not a Harden guy. I'm not a Harden playoff guy. So I'm not sure if anyone went into game 6 and 7 like, oh, like Harden, like he played great, and I think it was 1 and 4.
Yep.
And so his averages are going to be okay.
Jaylen Brown pulled a Rasheed Wallace and left his guy to double, leaving him wide open, which is a poor move by Jaylen Brown.
Correct. That was the game 4 corner winner. Yep. Look, I didn't love my Harden minutes like I usually don't. Now Embiid, very briefly, I will just wrap this up with. So he averaged 33.1 points per game in the regular season. He was our MVP. In the playoffs, he averaged 23.7 points per game.
Biggest drop of an MVP in NBA playoff history.
You got that stat?
I got that stat.
Yeah, respect for you, Dad.
9.7 or something was the difference.
9.4. Look, ridiculous. Obviously, you didn't need to be a mathematician to recognize, like, hey, this looks a little different. Credit to Boston. They're an excellent team. I don't want to say it too loudly because Colin and Uncle Phil are going to hear me.
Boston is so deep and so good.
We'll talk about their depth in a minute, a little bit later with Miami. So I talked about Embiid's drop-off. I'll let you talk about the big fella Jokic in Denver, because golly, is he going berserker sicko mode right now. Oh my gosh.
So everybody's...
Do you want to go Denver right now?
Yeah, please.
Go with it. You're welcome, please.
The whole thing about Jokic is everybody just comes up with these goofy comparisons about him playing with kids and a little ball. He's just doing things... Like, I can't compare him to Wilt Chamberlain because Wilt was such a sick athlete, but he is doing things that nobody else in the NBA is doing. They don't know how to stop him. Again, the high screen rolls, passes that you can't even see coming. Funny thing is, not athletic at all. He's actually quite a good offensive rebounder.
Because he's always in the right spot.
Yeah, he's just always in the right spot. In order for Phoenix to win, Booker and KD needed to score at a historic level. And for 2 games, they did. And then they came back to our atmosphere. Then it was done, right? CP3 got injured. Everybody could have called that. There's probably even money on whether he was going to get injured in the playoffs.
For real, you're probably right.
That's kind of sad. Ayton, I have no idea if he was really injured or if he was just being a baby. But he couldn't stay healthy. So now you're just playing like that Landale guy or whatever.
Jock Landale, who I'm a fan of, he belongs in Rambo 6. Like that name, Jock Landale. Yeah, get him in a Rambo movie.
For sure.
But you're right.
But he should not be playing more than 8 minutes a game. And
I just want to, like, you brought him up. There was times where he was giving me better minutes than Ayton's minutes. I'm serious.
Oh, Ayton, like, I don't know what his trade value is. Maybe we might as well get into this right now.
Let's do it.
Anyway, Denver played really well. They're deep. They're good. They got guys that I think played well in the first 2 series. We'll talk about the preview in the next round, but really interesting. But Denver's got to blow it up, right? They already...
No. Sorry. Phoenix
has to blow it up.
After
right?
They
already got rid of Monty Williams. They blew it up mid-season. They went all in for KD. It killed their depth. Next year, they're going to say, okay, we've got 2 superstars, and we're going to have to fit pieces around that. I don't know. I mean, Phoenix is still an attractive place to play. It's an attractive city to be in. But I don't know what they're going to do with CP3. Ayton's trade value is about this. It's poop.
Okay. Can I jump in here?
Please.
So it's going to be fun playing with the trade machines in the Suns this summer because you have so many options. CP, I think's trade value is lower than Ayton's. Like I know Ayton's is lower. I agree
with you.
But comparatively, that's a good word, right?
Yep.
Comparatively, CP's on an expiring. He's 37 or whatever he is. And I don't know where he fits.
He shouldn't have huge trade value. Ayton was the number 1 pick in the draft 4 years ago. He's on a max contract. Sorry, maybe 5. He might have just finished his 5th year. And the only reason why they paid him 5 is because Indiana offered him a max.
When that happened, we were kind of like we saw it happen. We're like, so Phoenix couldn't have handled this any worse, right? Like Ishbia walked into a pretty tough situation, and it was brutal. So Suns, Monty Williams, head coach, fired. He gets to go wherever he wants to go.
Come to Detroit.
Yeah, Monty, if you're listening.
Monty, if you're listening to the show, Detroit's a great city. The fans are going to love you. Come on, come to Detroit.
Yep, come to Detroit.
What's the hashtag?
Well, I low-key...
Monty in the D?
No, I don't know about that. Like a year and a half ago, no, maybe a year ago, I started saying free Monty as a joke. And now it's legit free Monty. He has been freed. Let's get him to Detroit. I would love him in Detroit.
That's it. Hashtag Monty in the D. Let's start it.
Okay. We'll talk about the Nuggets really quick. Jokic equals him. Do you agree?
Oh, he's him.
Biggest thing. Denver got a good shot every time. Denver gets a good shot on offense. Like, yeah,
87% of the times.
Yeah. So that is really something that stood out. I look forward to the Lakers bit there. Should I do Heat Knicks now and then you do Lakers Warriors?
Yep.
Yeah, we're so good, bro. Okay. Heat Knicks.
Lots of show prep.
Yeah, we did so good.
No show prep.
We're doing so good. And you haven't farted yet. We're 16 minutes in.
Yeah, you know what? I should get some props for that.
Okay, we're 16 minutes in, dude. Let's wait. Okay.
Props at 20.
Heat Knicks. Respect to Jalen Brunson. I just got to get this right off the bat. Jalen Brunson, just like the definition of a hooper, Jalen Brunson, in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Tough. Like, Miami broke RJ Barrett, who, respectfully, I'm not an RJ guy, but they broke him. They sure broke Randall.
Oh my God, Randall's still in the corner crying.
And Josh Hart's, like, they kind of broke him. His jump shot's already broke, with all due respect to him. Brunson did not get broke. Like, Gabe Vincent was picking him up full court the whole series, harassing him.
Well, they realized he's the only guy who's going to beat him. So Miami did what Miami does. They played smart. They played hard. They played intense. And then Brent's kind of, he did wear down a little bit in the last game.
Honestly.
Not the second last game, the last game.
Look, what Brunson showed, like, I don't know if he's the best player on a Final Four team. He probably isn't. Like, you got to get him beat in New York or something, right? That's already happening.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, Brunson, just super impressive. 2 series in a row. This guy is awesome.
See, here's one of the problems. I hope, like, the regular season actually gets too much attention, right? Like, when you're picking the All-NBA and the All-Star teams, people need to remember back and say, man, Brunson, he's All-NBA.
Yeah, he's him.
Right? Like,
low-key.
You know, Garland and... Did Garland get...
I don't think so.
Was he an All-Star?
Well,
doesn't really matter.
All-Stars are
Brunson, full dibs to Brunson.
Because now we're going to segue here. Jimmy Butler, top 3 player on the planet, top 1 right now, respectfully, he wasn't an All-Star.
You could debate that Jokic is playing better, but
Jokic
top
is okay.
2.
Jokic's pretty good. Okay, so Jimmy's ankle, we'll just talk about it briefly. Jimmy's ankle is bad. He is busted. Like, you could tell towards the end of the New York series, he is severely hindered by this ankle, thanks to Josh Hart, because he took him out. He injured him. Look, we'll talk about the Boston series. Jimmy's ankle, if it was okay, I would say, like, no one's beaten Miami. But, you know, here we are. He has an injured ankle. It's very unfortunate. Jimmy is cooked. This team is garbage, with all due respect. They just beat the Knicks. They already gentlemanly swept the Bucks. The Heat went 9 deep in, like, Game 6. So all the other teams are, like, 6 to 7.
Spo is like, what's your name? Can you play?
They went 9 deep, ready? With Tyler Hero and Depot out. So essentially 11. They're playing 11 dudes. Just respect
Were any of the last 3 drafted?
Well, that's the thing. Like, they start guys. They've had games this series, I think, where they started 3 undrafted dudes.
Yeah.
Not super sustainable. But hey, here we are. I have nothing else on Heat Knicks. Very entertaining. Thank you, Jimmy Butler. All I needed was the Milwaukee series. This is all bonus. Go ahead.
True. Okay. I just want to talk about Jimmy for another minute in playoffs.
I appreciate that.
Here's one of the things about NBA today. It's a different game, right? 3-pointers are big. Floor spacing is huge. Individual defensive matchups are everything. And then they exploit weaknesses. Spo and Jimmy did a great job beating up New York. What you saw is Jimmy would sometimes guard Hart, which means he didn't guard Hart. He just played free safety and helped out on Randall or on Brunson. Or sometimes Jimmy said, you know what? I'm going to take Randall. I don't care if he's 60 pounds more than me. And he shut him down. So I just love the way Miami plays. Just look strategically. They mix in good zone defense. Like, they've got Duncan Robinson guarding guys that are so much bigger than him. He holds his own because guess what? Lowry comes over and sticks his ass into his knee and then knocks him off balance. So Duncan gets a board.
Respect to you. Miami, very smart. Spo's the man. Love Jimmy. Thank you for that. Anything else?
No, we're going to talk about the Warriors and the Lakers now.
Okay. I'm going to get sad now. Go
This
ahead.
is a little... I'm getting verklempt, okay?
I'm also so verklempt.
So verklempt. That might be the word of the day, verklempt.
I think fart.
The Warriors are obviously too dependent on Curry. You can make the list of Warriors that disappointed you in the last round. Poole's got to be number one, but Clay's right there. Green, there was too many stretches where he wasn't very good. Wiggins, when he initially came back, he had a good jump, and he seemed to be pretty good. Nothing, or very little. I just don't understand how they couldn't work Kuminga and Moody into the rotation ever, but... Kerr's not a dummy. If he thought Kuminga and Moody were going to help, he would have played them.
Moody got some run. Moody was a rotation
little bit.
guy. You're right, not a ton. The Kuminga piece of it is, this is obviously bigger picture, but when you look, they had 3 lottery picks. Wiseman was 2 overall, right?
Yeah.
So you've got 3 lottery picks, including a 2nd overall pick, and none of them worked out. And this 2 timeline thing was cute, trying to rebuild and contend. It was a nice idea.
Honestly, it's logical, and they got a little lucky because they fell into the number 2 pick, and then they had Kuminga.
They also got lucky because they
7 maybe.
Yeah. They also got lucky because Steph Curry's top 10 player of all time.
Yes.
And what he did last year was awesome, and what he was doing up until this point this year was also awesome. The Warriors probably get their own segment in the summer to try to fix them, and out of respect to Steph.
I need to give the Lakers some credit. They are a good defensive team, right? They run lots of guys who are not easy to play against, not easy to shoot against. Guys like Reeves and Vanderbilt and D'Angelo Russell played some pretty good D against the Warriors. I need to give them credit. Everybody wanted to see Steph go off and just bury the Lakers. Not everybody. There's probably a handful of people in LA and
Albert.
A couple people in Cleveland and Albert who likes LeBron. But
Le Albert is what I'm calling him now.
The Albert?
No, Le Albert.
Le Albert? Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the Warriors do now. They've got lots of options on the table. I think they try and run it back. I think they try and sign Green to probably a 3-year deal or something. But the window is closing quickly if it's not already closed.
Yep, very sad, very unfortunate.
Okay, well, let's move on. Enough of clumpness.
Enough. The Lakers, I told you they was going to be good at the deadline. I said I really like these moves. Just putting that in you, I got clowned.
I just didn't think they'd be that good. And also I expected one of LeBron or AD to be injured for the playoffs.
Oh, we're talking about that. No, I have something on that.
Okay.
I thought the Warriors were going to win this series, so I'm wrong here. I get that. I just want to say, Lakers are good, man. Lakers are good. Respect the Lakers.
Yep. Oh, listen, it's not a huge... You want to talk about transition right into Nuggets Lakers?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'll start. I've got the Nuggets in 6 games. The spread in the first game is 5.5, which is always interesting. It's much higher, obviously, in the Celtics game. How does AD handle Jokic? That's the question. Not how does Jokic handle AD. How does AD handle Jokic? Because it's going to be tough. I think they're going to try and do single coverage because AD is a great defender. But here's the problem. One of the things about AD is he's a great, maybe the best help defender in the game. Right, he gets off.
AD is the best help defender in the game? Second best, Jimmy.
Okay, second best, Jimmy. Is Porter, Gordon, KCP, Bruce Brown, are they going to be able to step up? I really hope so. I'm confident in Murray. Murray is almost bubble Murray. I don't want to say he's that good again, but he's close. So let's assume that Jokic and Murray are both pretty solid. It's these other guys that are going to play a role. Health of LeBron. This is probably his last shot at the title. He's going to give it his all. He's going to drive to the bucket. Means he's going to get lots of calls. He's going to spend a lot of time on the free throw line. Listen, if Denver can get LeBron to be shooting threes and AD to work really hard, I don't think they have enough of supporting cast to score enough. They're going to be a heck of a defensive team to play against. I've got some numbers here, and it's just interesting where the Lakers scores in this playoffs, right? LeBron and AD are both high 380, the same. Then you got a dip to Russell, 244. Reeves, 233. And then it's a big dip. So one of these, probably 2 of these 4 people are going to need to step up in order for the Lakers to win some games. Rui, Dennis Schroeder, Jared Vanderbilt, Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker won 1 game in the last series.
One game.
Fourth quarter, he went nuts and hitting tough shots. So if 2 of those 4 guys step up, plus LeBron and AD, between the 2 of them get 60 points and 25 boards, that is a series. I still think the Nuggets are winning in 6.
Really good analysis.
Thank you.
That's excellent work. Okay. So talk about the Lakers' depth. talk about that in a minute. I'll just say
I've got some more stats on Jokic, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, sure. The Lakers have had their two best players, both of which are injury prone past few years, and have durability questions, both of which have stayed completely healthy this playoffs. Right? LeBron's foot thing was a while ago. And then they've had role players step up at an astronomical rate. So you've got all these things working, right? Staying healthy, role players stepping up.
The planets have been aligned.
Respect, correct.
And a good trade deadline.
Yeah, obviously. I'm already factored that into this Lakers team. So I just want to say I don't know if they can maintain that in the sense that one of AD or LeBron could very well get dinged up, or some of these role players could step down a bit. Like it's possible that one of those things or two of those things happen. Okay, ready? Game 2. Jokic gets Davis in foul trouble early in the game. Who are you, like 2 fouls the first 3 minutes? Who are you subbing in?
Oh, what's that big guy's name? Beverly or something? Not Beverly.
Well, you've got Wenyan Gabriel.
Gabriel, that's
the body that I've down.
Yeah.
I just, what happens when Jokic gets AD in foul trouble?
He makes this guy cry.
So that is something. The Nuggets, I'll let you do your Jokic thing. I'll wrap it up. I'm probably going, I think the Nuggets win.
Okay, how many games?
I currently have 7 written down.
Wow.
The Lakers have excellent at their home court. I don't know if Denver can steal a game in LA. We'll see. They play very well on the road. We saw that in Game 6 in Phoenix, right?
Yep.
I think Nuggets win 6 or 7, but I will lean 7 because of the home court element. You can talk about.
I just want to talk about Jokic for another minute. So playoffs, he's averaging 31, 13, 9.5 boards. Sorry, 13 boards, 9.5 assists. The last time somebody had stats similar to that, any idea?
Factoring in assists?
Yeah.
Is it Wilt?
No, good guess. Oscar Robertson.
I needed
60,
a hint that it
60 years ago.
I was guessing Biggs, yeah. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, that's amazing. I just don't see him slowing down, right? Like, it's not as though he's gonna, like, first of all, and knock on wood, I hope I'm not saying this, he's been really durable through his career, and because he doesn't depend on his jumping ability and things along those lines, like, even when he gets tired, he still operates pretty well. It's going to be super interesting, but I've got the Nuggets. I initially wrote down 5, but then I put 6.
Okay, really quickly, just because I didn't talk about this in the Sixers portion about the defense. So Jason Tatum just kept headhunting Embiid, and like most of his buckets, this garbage time buckets, were all on Embiid. And I don't hear a ton of people talking about that. Embiid, I think, is a good defender, an overrated defender. He's often checked out. He checked out this game. And I expect Jokic to similarly get picked on in the pick and roll by these LA guards. I just wanted to put that out there because I didn't talk about Embiid's perimeter defense where Tatum torched him.
He normally gives up a lot of those open J's.
And a lot of smart people say Jokic looks
is
bad.
Russell and Reeves going to hit their shots? That'd be interesting.
Well, I was just like, Jokic on the perimeter looks worse than other centers just because he's not a guy who doesn't have great foot. He's kind of sloppy.
Doesn't close well.
So I had to say that. Okay, you talked about spreads. I did a little research live. Spread for the Nuggets Lakers is up to 7.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Celtics Heat spreads up to 9. 2 pretty big spreads. Nuggets Lakers. We wrapped up. I have Nuggets in 7 likely. Celtics Heat. I will open this one briefly here. Thank you to ESPN for putting out their win expectancy stats.
97%.
What was the number for the Milwaukee series though? It was probably very similar.
I don't know.
It was probably like this, right? Like if you told me
that's a crazy stat.
So the Heat have a 3% chance to win. Shout out to ESPN for that. Real quickly, I'll say I had Celtics in 5, and then I'm like, oh wait, didn't Atlanta take them 6? So I have Celtics in 6 because there's no way that the Heat get gentlemanly swept.
Actually, I have Celtics in 7.
Okay, you can talk for a bit because you have more hope than me for this awful team. But go ahead.
My hope is more based on Boston getting tight, right? Like Tatum screaming for another 5 for 19 game. Jaylen Brown goes out aggressive in the first quarter, but then remembers he's unable to dribble, so lots of turnovers, easy buckets for Miami. Okay, so we can debate this for a moment, but Jimmy is the Heat's best player. And you can debate whether he's the best player in the series or not.
I know where you're going. He's the best player in the series, but go ahead.
Bam is the Heat's second best player.
Can I jump in?
Sure.
Celtics have 7 of the best 9 players. Is that what you have?
Yeah, and maybe even 8.
I stopped looking because the Celtics only play 7 dudes. I didn't go down to their out-of-rotation guys like Hauser and Grant Williams. But like, is Hauser's minutes much better than Love's minutes?
Close.
So I only looked, because I know exactly, I knew we were going with this. I looked at the Celtics rotation. They play 7 guys. And then I looked at Miami's rotation. And out of the 9 players, so if you randomly, like if you got the Celtics roster and the Heat roster, and you made a team of 9 dudes,
yeah,
7
you're picking,
of them
okay, I get first. I get Isaac, you get Andrew Oakley, then you go down.
Enough shout-outs there. Yeah, look, the Celtics have 7 of the best 9.
Hey, Oaks.
Yep, in a 7-man rotation. They have 7, like, it's ridiculous, so I appreciate you bringing that up. And I thought, like, their 8th man is probably better than Miami's 4th guy and stuff. It continues.
For sure.
Maybe 3rd.
But Jimmy and Spo Rock, they're going to steal some games.
Okay, healthy Jimmy or healthier Jimmy.
Listen, that's 5 games between the last game. He's freaking a beast.
You didn't see his ankle, dude. I saw
I
his
did
ankle.
not see his ankle. You're
the
right.
ankle is awful. Like, healthier Miami wins the series. Not even fully healthy. Give me one of Depot or Hero and a mostly healthy Jimmy. We win this series. I'm very confident in that. I saw what happened last year. I saw what I saw from Jimmy in the first round. He's on a different
Did you say
one.
Depot and Hero?
I want one of them. Give me one of them. We beat this Boston team. Just putting that out there.
Healthy Jimmy. I agree with you.
Even
I agree with
maybe
you.
fully healthy Jimmy and no Depot and Hero.
You know
Maybe
what?
we still win.
Did Ben Simmons talk about the series yet? Because I really want to hear
I think
Bill
he's
Simmons.
Like he did. I think he said Celtics. I don't really care about what Boston fans.
He's afraid of Miami.
Heat insiders have talked to Jimmy. Jimmy's friends, like myself, have talked to him. The ankle's not good, okay? This is a perfect Depot series. We don't have him. Hero lights up Boston. We don't have him. The skill gap and talent gap is astronomical. Celtics in 6, but it should be 5, but the Celtics are stupid, and that's why it's 6.
Okay, I know a way to convert some Raptors fans into Pistons fans. Do you know how to do that?
No, dude.
The Raptors signed JJ Redick as their coach.
They did for real?
No.
Oh,
but it's being discussed. He had an interview and it's being discussed.
No, I'm not sure why we're talking about that. I will.
Urban Paul, one of our loyal listeners, mentioned it to me.
But they just interviewed him.
Yeah,
I don't think they will hire
he's one of
him.
the favorites.
I don't think they will hire him. I will let you run away with the draft. Explain it to the people.
Okay, so is this the 3rd segment or is this the 4th segment?
3rd.
3rd segment. So we like movies and we like basketball. Together, what you do is you pick movie good guys, movie bad guys, and then you draft them to play on your team, right? We did good guys, and we did bad guys pre-2000. Now we're doing bad guys 2000 and on. Now, the list gets a little smaller, so in the past drafts, we had allowed 2 kind of alien-enhanced people.
Something like that, 2 or 3, yeah.
Now, we decided we're going to allow 6 alien-enhanced people. Darth Vader being an example, right? He was allowed to be picked, and you could pick Darth Vader, and you could pick a Sith Lord, but that'd be it. You couldn't pick any other bad guys.
They all have to be humans.
Yeah, now we're opening this up a little bit, just to make it a little more interesting.
Yep, to make it interesting. So we're going to try 12 dudes. We're running a little long here, but whatever, because we're both him, respectfully.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's... so no athletes, bad guys only, drafted at age of appearance, important to note.
Yes.
6-ish wild cards. So they can be aliens, they can be whatever.
Yeah.
Okay? We'll rock, paper, scissors for first overall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, I won.
Yeah, this is scissors, and you have rock. So rock beats scissors.
Yes, rock beats scissors. What about fire?
There's no fire. Just make your pick, dude.
Number 1 pick. Everybody knows it. It's kind of like Wembanyama. I've got Thanos.
Don't say his name.
He's the first pick overall. He's like Embiid with superpowers. The nice thing about Thanos is not only is he like a beast in the paint, he can pass, he can shoot from outside, he can do anything. And he's kind of like a player-coach guy too. So Thanos peak, man, that's a good start by me.
It's an excellent start. He was my first overall. I think
he was first on everybody's board.
I think this guy's overrated, but his draft value is extremely high, and like the fans are gonna love it.
You mean Thanos or the guy you're picking right now?
This guy I'm picking here, Voldemort. Now, I don't know all of Voldemort's powers, but everyone loves this guy, and he's supposed to be so awesome. I'm not a huge Harry Potter guy. I think he's really tall, and he's got like the Force with his wand, and he's like really good. So he's gonna be my 4 or 5. Thoughts on Voldemort?
I don't know. Like Harry Potter kicked his ass.
But Harry Potter had like powers and like extra,
like
no, and he had his buddies helping him. I don't think it's again. I've not seen
one
Harry
on
Potter
one.
since I was 7.
He probably got some help D from Hermione.
Yeah, Marcus Smart was coming over and just fouling Voldemort. So I get 2 picks, right? Isn't it not
Did
Snake?
we say Snake? What did we do last time? I don't think so.
Okay, fine, you go.
No, that's a good one though, but we didn't do that because we
Appreciate
said with 2, that's not allowed. So many good names on the board. I think I have to go with another enhanced, just because I have to. I'm going with Zod, Michael Shannon. That's in the Superman Returns
Man of Steel.
Man of
One of my
Steel.
favorite movies of all time. Everyone
Yeah.
go watch that movie.
Good bad guy. Where did you learn to fight? On a farm?
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
It's a reach for Zod, just so you know.
It's not a reach for Zod.
Superman had his powers for 8 days and beat him, just so you know.
No. Zod only learned how to, he went to play in Latvia. He's been playing in the United States, Latvia.
Okay.
A week afterwards.
Okay, I'm going here. I'm going to go with the Force user. I'm going to go with Kylo Ren here.
That's a good pick.
Big body, strong, Force, not an awful locker room guy. This is important for the villain draft.
Yeah.
Like, Zod and Thanos are just going to kill each other.
Oh, for sure.
Whereas I think Kylo Ren can actually adjust. And
Just so you know, we are not going into our locker room at halftime. We're staying out because we go in the locker room, there's just going to be death.
And you have 2 guys already. That's
Two guys already, and I'm just going to keep rolling. I'm not going back.
I'm going to pick holes in that pick right now. Go ahead. The one you're getting right now. Go.
Okay, I'm going to pick... I'm going to switch up then. Can I pick Predator?
You have to play it right, and I will let you pick Predator.
Okay, Predator, because he's...
From when? What? From what?
Oh,
I need
the
something.
one where he has to, not the first one, because that was too long ago.
1987. So
Yeah, not the first one.
I need
not
a
the one
movie.
where he fights Arnold.
I need something, man.
Alien versus Predator.
Sure. That came out post 2000. The worst Predator you could have picked, but I will allow it because that is a real movie that came out.
Yeah, but Predator's a beast, and he's like 8 feet tall.
He's
He's huge. I think he's 7'4".
He doesn't speak English, right? So there is a language disconnect there.
Again, I'm not looking for chemistry at all in this team. I'm just looking for a bunch of badasses.
Okay, I saw someone that slipped. I'm going to go with Anakin Skywalker, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, that's a good one.
Before he gets chopped up, when he's at the peak. And the only guy that could beat him was Obi-Wan. Like,
Anakin, I have the high ground?
Yep, so I'm going with Anakin to add to Voldemort. I have Anakin down as a small forward, but he's kind of like a do-everything wing. Like, he can play the 2 or the 4, I think. Anakin Skywalker, big, strong body.
That's a good one. I'm going to keep rolling with the alien kind of enhanced people. I'm picking Doomsday.
He doesn't speak English. He doesn't have a brain.
Dunk ball.
Okay. He doesn't know what that means.
He beats Superman.
Okay, but...
Superman is the greatest superhero in history, and Doomsday killed him.
Okay.
Now, they did the whole shaking thing with power to bring him back, but that's a whole separate issue.
It's a fine pick. I forgot everything. I wiped that movie out of my existence. I saw it once in theaters and didn't like it, and I actually haven't seen it since.
The best character in that movie is Wonder Woman. She was in there for about 4 minutes.
Well, Superman was still better, but yeah, Wonder Woman was
Do you
cool.
bleed?
Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I have a guy that I'm gonna save because I'm positive you don't have him, and
Probably
you're gonna
not.
make fun of me, but the people are gonna love it, and I'm saving him. Now I will go with Michael Myers here from one of the 17 Halloween movies that came out the past decade.
It's a great pick.
Michael Myers. I've already expressed my love for the Halloween movies and for Michael Myers. Michael Myers is my guy. I have a lot of stock in all Michael Myers. So welcome to the team, Michael.
Okay. I've got a lot of size on my team. I need some speed. I need a guy who's a little shifty. I've got Namor from Wakanda Forever. He's got those little flappy things on his ankles where he can fly around. He's super quick, super strong, and he can fire from deep. He's got good range.
Okay, so he's your point guard? And how do you say his name again?
I think it's Namor.
Well, it's Namor.
Namor.
But in the accent, Namor,
Yeah.
right? But okay, it's Namor.
Yeah. I'm probably still looking for a point guard.
I have some guards down. There's not a
There's
ton
some
of great
guards.
point
There's lots of big guys here in the villain draft.
Okay, I will go with Ultron here.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Now, Ultron is going to be a locker room guy, but he's going to be like VP of basketball operations. Like, he's going to have some say because he knows everything. He's like AI.
He's got lots of guys.
So, and he's going to do all of our social media stuff too, because he can draft that really quickly. Ultron, and he's super, super tall and strong. So give me Ultron.
Okay, good pick. So
And he also speaks English. None of your guys speak English.
Thanos speaks English. Zod speaks English. Predator, nope. Doomsday, nope.
Namor half
Namor
English.
does. He speaks a fair amount of languages, but he's so smart. He's probably learned all these other languages over time. So he's our official team translator.
Team translator Namor.
Yeah.
Good job. Go ahead.
And shooting guard.
Okay.
Okay, so now I need somebody. Again, I need a ball handler. I got some skills. I can pick one more enhanced person. Maybe 2. I don't know. Depends on if I can get away with it.
Kept track of the enhanced stuff. And you can't pick Satan or something, just so you know. Like devil, you can't pick the devil or something.
No,
I know you like to
devil.
pick controversial figures.
I know. I do pick some controversial figures. Again, lots of good enhanced out here. I'm going to pick Emperor Palpatine.
Go ahead. Explain it, because this is a stupid pick.
He's got the Force. Listen, he's a little old.
He's like a billion years old, and he's cloned, and he's sus, and he dies really weird, and it's a bad pick.
But he has the Force. He can just make stuff happen.
Okay.
You're like, don't underestimate the dark side of the Force.
Well, I have Kylo Ren and Anakin, so I'm okay.
When you let your guard down, they can take over you.
They can take over you. All right, I will go with Magneto here, young Magneto.
Yep,
not Magneto. Sure why he slipped so much. Magneto.
I don't know. I had him high on my draft boards, but again, I'm not looking for locker room sweethearts.
Yeah.
But he's such an ass. Problem is,
he's so smart.
He is very smart. For a minute, he'll like be a friend, and then he's just going to stab you.
And he has the mental power, so he can like move the rim and stuff for you guys. So not sure if you factored that in.
Yeah.
Magneto, the young good Magneto.
So Namor is probably enhanced, right?
He's like 5'4", but yeah.
But he's enhanced?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Bane?
I have Bane written down. We'll have the Bane conversation. And you're just going to pick him. So
I'm just going to pick him because like Bane is a human. Like he took a bit of drugs, but like nobody more than like Ivan Drago than in Rocky IV.
I think Bane took more than a little bit of drugs, but
he took a fair amount of drugs. But I like Bane because he's a mastermind. He's tough as hell. He's kind of. I still honestly. Still probably don't have a point guard because Bane is more.
I don't really either.
Bane is who's Memphis's off guard?
Like Desmond Bane?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're related. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, that's good, bro. Yeah, that's actually for real good. That's actually good. All right, respect you for that.
Hashtag Team Tal Nation.
I'm up now. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna save my guy because you don't have him written down.
No, I probably don't. He probably looked at my screen.
Okay, I'm gonna go with no. I know because you're gonna like say who? Okay. Player coach. Joker from The Dark Knight.
Oh, I had him so high. Yeah, I had him high. So he's good.
Why did he fall for you?
Because I obviously went for the enhanced route.
Okay, Joker is a player coach. He's super smart. He can make a lot. He's going to get
very
everyone
strategic.
Going.
Yep.
Kind of a Pat Bev type comp, I think, for Joker, but a smarter if Pat Bev was smart, like Rondo in his peak, maybe. Perhaps Chris Paul. We'll go with Chris Paul for Joker.
Yeah, that's probably a good.
So Joker.
Good guess. So now I'm just looking for players. Again, if I could get somebody who could play the point, that would be helpful to me.
Dude, you have like all big guys, none of which can dribble.
Guys.
None of which can dribble.
No, Namor can dribble.
Okay, yeah, Namor can dribble.
Zod, he's going to learn how to dribble. He doesn't.
Zod's Jaylen Brown yet.
But you know who can play?
No.
My point guard? It's Killmonger from Black Panther.
Excellent pick.
That's a good pick. Because he grew up on the streets.
Okay, yep.
Of Oakland, I think.
Yes, you're right. In Oakland, you're right. We'll go now.
I'm kicking your ass in this draft.
I don't think so.
Totally. People, please speak up and get my back here.
Okay, I'm going to go with General Grievous here. Not sure why he fell.
I had him on my list. I ran out of enhanced.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of the enhanced, to be totally honest with you. So it'll work out.
I think you're probably out.
Yeah, you are too. So I have General Grievous, 4, 5, Anakin, 6. And a Kylo Ren.
No more enhanced.
For anybody. That's fine.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
Enhanced are off the board.
I got some good humans.
Do we want to talk about some of the enhanced that are still on the board or no?
Briefly, sure.
Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mid.
Bucky, Winter Soldier, enhanced.
Yeah, I'll take him off. He's sweet.
Red Skull, enhanced.
Yeah, he's advanced. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I said Ronan. Steppenwolf from Justice League.
I hate Justice League, but yeah.
Yeah. Gore, the God Butcher from Thor.
Yeah, mid, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, actually, I was going to pick Wanda.
Well, too late.
It's too late. She's enhanced.
No, yeah, Wanda would actually be a really good point guard for this, but attitude problem, like she's getting in so many
attitude problems.
Like like she's gonna just everyone will hate her respectfully to her. But I'm pro Wanda. Okay, my turn or your turn? I just picked Grievous. I think
it's my turn. Lots of good guys out here. I still could use.
You have one dude who can maybe dribble.
Oh, Killmonger can dribble for sure. Namor can dribble for sure. I need somebody who's spent time on the streets as well.
You can't say. Okay. Who are you picking? Oh, I know who you're picking.
Daniel Day-Lewis, the butcher from Gangs of New York. You know, I chose my pick here.
Go ahead to explain.
For those people that don't know, Gangs of New York, it was about 150 years ago. Again, he's a bit of a player coach. Like, he's a little past his prime in Gangs of New York, but he's so awesome. He's tough. He can shoot from long range. With either hand, he's ambidextrous. I don't know if you knew that.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah. So Daniel Day-Lewis, the butcher.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go with my guy. This is my pick. I had him queued up the whole time. Gru from Despicable Me. So I'm not sure if you know the height on
Oh,
Gru.
he's like 8 feet tall.
14 feet tall.
14 feet tall. Whoa.
And what they did was, at one point in the movies, they show minions stacked up, and he's equal to like 4 minions or something. And
Gru's a good pick. I mean,
each minion is 3.5 feet, so it adds up. Gru's 14 feet tall. He's awesome.
skinny. He's going to be pushed out of the lane. Look at Thanos.
He's
How's he going to do against
Porzingis.
Thanos and Predator and Doomsday?
He's like Porzingis. If you had two Porzingises
he
stacked
better
on
be
top
able
of
to
each other.
shoot because he's
He
not
can.
going to get anywhere near the rim.
And he has money and weapons, and he's going to sell out our seats with the minions. I'm really proud of this Gru pick for real. Like, this is my guy. Gru's my guy. Welcome to the team, Gru.
Lots of good guys. I need a badass coming off of the bench. So I'm going to go with Lonzo Harris from Training Day. Alonzo Harris. I'm King Kong.
It's not the quote, dude. At all. Try to correct that.
What does he say?
We're not going to go through it now.
Okay.
But that's not the quote.
It's a good quote.
Tell the people that's not the quote.
That's not the quote, sorry.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to go with... I have to go with, like, humans, I think, now.
Yeah,
like, Gru's a human.
for sure.
So I'm going to go with... Terrence Fletcher, who's the bad guy from Whiplash. He is going to be...
Oh, good pick.
He's going to be my guy in the
I
office.
looked at him.
He's not going to play much. He's really just going to be there for, like, a veteran. I would say leadership, but he's not a very good leader.
He's pretty much UD.
Yeah, actually, UD is a good... So Terrence Fletcher, bad guy from Whiplash, J.K. Simmons, my guy.
Okay, lots of good characters out there. I'm obviously going towards a bit of a thick team, like big dudes, strong. I got a couple of... Oh, wait a second. I don't know if I can pick these guys.
Say their names.
Victor Drago.
He's an athlete, so he's not eligible. Because
Okay.
I would have picked him
And
first.
Diamond Dame, I can't pick him.
Because he's an athlete, he's not eligible.
That's okay. Lots of good guys on my board still. James McAvoy, who's the beast in Unbreakable.
Okay, sure. That's a fine pick.
He's not enhanced, is he?
He totally is.
Is he?
Yeah, dude.
How is he enhanced? He's a freak show. He's crazy.
First of all, Unbreakable, he's not even in that movie. So you got the wrong movie.
Well, this whatever the sequel is.
Give
What's
me
the
a
sequel?
movie. I'm not letting you pick if you don't give me a
They
movie.
fight out front of the like sanitarium place.
No, that's... If you cannot name his movie, you're not allowed to pick him.
It's like cells, something that's in the word.
No, you can't pick him. You're about to lose the pick. The timer's running out.
Man, time's running out. Okay. Patrick Bateman from American
That's
Psycho.
an awful... That's an... Okay, go ahead.
No, he is tough as heck. He blew up a police car with his gun from 300 yards, one shot.
I think it's the wrong movie.
No, American Psycho. He can
I've seen it.
shoot.
You don't know the internet stuff with this guy, but he's a big meme and not really for good reasons. Bad dude, bad pick. I'm canceling your team.
I don't have good guys on my team.
Sigma. He's Sigma male. So I have one more pick and then we'll call it, right?
No, we got a couple more.
Okay, great. I'm going to go with Commodus here. Deep into my reserves.
Who?
Commodus from
Was he the bad guy from
Gladiator.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good pick. He's going to be a point guard. Again, he's going to have good...
He's actually a wuss, unless he has a whole
he has a lot
army
of money.
with him.
He's smart, or kind of smart, and he has a lot of money and a lot of assets. So Commodus there. Deep cut.
Okay, so again, at this point in the show, at this point in my roster, I need to mix things up a little bit. This is somebody who
We
I'm
each
going to
get
bring
one
in
more
for,
guy, and
yeah,
then
I'm going
this-
to bring in for a few minutes. What I need is a human who can do nasty stuff to the humans on your team. So I'm bringing in Missy Armitage from Get Out. She's a spoon lady. Like, you guys are going to go in for layups, she's going to do the spoon thing, and you're just going to pass out.
So this is the mom.
This is the mom.
So what happens when she crosses, like, Voldemort in the open court? Right? She will die, respectfully to her.
Voldemort's going to be broken in half by
Michael
Doomsday.
Myers? That guy can't die.
Yeah, Michael Myers, he's going to like be broken in half.
Can't wait for
And then
Michael
he'll stitch himself back together and walk back on the court.
Okay, Missy Get Out, like, top 20 movie. Everyone go
Well,
watch Get Out.
honestly, I just needed somebody from Get Out.
Yeah, I hate them all
I
so
thought
much.
about the little brother, but
Get Out is an awesome... Go watch Get Out.
Yeah.
Fine pick. Last pick. It has to be human, so I have one human left, and it is Hans Landa, who's the bad guy
Inglourious Bastards.
from Inglourious Bastards. Awful dude, but a war military strategist.
Yep, for sure.
Who's going to be in the front office, but he will get rotation minutes every now and then. Not playoffs though. So Hans Landa.
Excellent draft. A couple of people that were considered but just didn't make it. I might sign as unrestricted free agents to fill up my bench. You got anybody?
I'm signing Pennywise.
No, I said first. I wrote it down
No,
first.
you didn't say it first.
Yeah, but I
because
pointed to it first.
That's Cat.
It's a good, no cap.
Pennywise is a
Okay.
shape-shifting guy. He's my guy.
Okay.
I pick Pennywise.
Then I get Ethan Hawke from Black Phone. He's bad.
Yeah, what's his name? What's his character's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
I actually don't even know either. But yeah, Black Phone, good movie, bad
Do you have
guy.
anybody else? I got one more.
I have Gollum written down. I don't know what his role. Like, I don't know how he would be on a basketball court.
He's just going to steal the basketballs and run away.
That's why I didn't pick him. So
Yeah, bad.
Gollum fell.
I've got
undrafted.
Anton Churg from No Country for Old Men. Pronunciation's bad there. What's his name?
I think it's Shigur.
Shigur.
What did you call it? Churg?
Churg.
He's
He's so bad. That scene where he's like betting the guy you've most bet in your life, that scares me.
No
I've
Country
watched
for Old Men. Really
multiple
good
times.
movie. I have to rewatch
Again,
it.
I just wanted some good movie guys, and I was able to add Missy is a good pick. She's just a terrible, terrible individual. Okay, we got two teams real quick. Thanos, Zod, Predator, Doomsday, Namor, Emperor Palpatine, Bane, related to Desmond Bane, Killmonger, The Butcher, Alonzo Harris, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, and Missy Armitage.
Okay, I'll try to say my team. I think it's a little messy, but I think I got it. Not in order. What kind of in order? Voldemort, Kylo Ren, Magneto, Anakin Skywalker when he's bad, Michael Myers, Ultron, 14-foot tall Gru, from Despicable Me, we'll say, Joker, Terrence Fletcher, the Whiplash guy, General Grievous, Hans Landa,
and Commodus.
Yeah,
Your team's not bad.
And they speak English. And can dribble.
There's the international game of hurt, and my team is going to hurt yours. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, folks. 51 minutes, a little long, but worth the entertainment value. Love y'all. See you, fans.